Jack it up. Jack it up.
Well, good day to you on a grey day here, which promises rain, but promises way beyond that what should be a really good game of football. The stands are packed here, people have done everything they can to get here. Indeed, the roads outside were pretty badly clogged, but I think most of the traffic issues have been settled, and indeed, I think most people have now got through the turnstiles and are well covered up against the elements, whatever they may throw at us over the next hour or two. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. A mouth-watering game this between two very high-quality sides. A treat for everybody here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive match-up, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
The action has already started. Now it's Mahrez into the box. Bernardo Silva. Mondi. He's got options out wide. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Iheanacho looking to get on the end of this. Great leap! João Cancelo can get it clear. Barnes. Barnes plays it backwards, and they'll try again. The ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. João Cancelo goes long. Here it is now, surely! Bernard has a hit! Real chance! He's hit it first time.
Gundogan really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Mahrez on a strong run down the right. And it's Cancelo. How about a shot? Shot at goal! It's there! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that's a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
So we have our breakthrough.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Done very well to intervene. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Mahrez. Mahrez. He's gone for it! Oh, taken with style! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Manchester are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Manchester take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in. Ruben Dias. And it's half-time here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Manchester are in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. Albrighton. Gundogan gets good distance on it. And here's Iheanacho. Forward it goes. Just the goalkeeper hits one! Barnes. Chooses to go back. Ake. Mondi. João Cancelo has created one goal already. Hit into the middle. Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
A couple of changes then in quick succession. Oh, poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Perez switches it towards the other side. Tielemans. That's lovely. Has it out wide now. Gets up to head it! It's a goal! Right back in the game! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Well, it's an inspired substitution, terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Leicester making consecutive changes here. We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Perez. Madison. Madison! Mahrez. Now it's Mahrez. Going through. Drives it in. And Didi knocks it away. João Cancelo tries lifting it over. Massive leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Manchester are out on top. Hard fought, impossible to predict. In the end, though, only the result mattered.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, and Manchester City are officially back in their first competitive game of the season. Today City face the FA Cup winners in Leicester City in the Community Shield today. It is sort of a pre-season game really. You don't consider it as a major trophy if you are to win, but it's one for City to really look at and say, you know what, we're going to try and do our best today. Let's get a good team out there, and they've put, I think, the strongest side possibly Pep Guardiola could put out there. Conrad plays in the comments. He says, come on, City. Well, I hope you're right, Conrad. And a lot of people are voting as well, which is good to see. So keep voting there. Who do you think's going to win? And obviously put your predictions in the comments as usual. That's something we were doing all through last season, all through this season as well. So the City side today, Zach Steffen is starting in goal. The side is very much how we predicted it, really, with one, I think, surprise in my eyes. So Steffen in goal. A back four is João Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake and Benjamin Mendy. We've got Fernandinho, the captain, in the holding midfield role, with Gundogan on the left and Cole Palmer, young man, playing at Wembley for the first time in his career. His first ever start competitively for Manchester City on the right-hand side of midfield. Then the front three is Edozie on the left-hand side, who's been an absolute revelation in pre-season, this young man. Been fantastic, very, very impressive. We've got Riyad Mahrez on the right-hand side, who also is ridiculously good in pre-season. If he plays that all season, he could even be in there for player of the season in the Premier League. Honestly, he was ridiculous in pre-season how good he's been. Then up top, the one surprise I think is, and it's Ferran Torres. I actually predicted, I thought Bernardo Silva would start through the middle today for City. Even though he wants to leave Manchester City, which has been confirmed by Pep Guardiola, I did expect Bernardo to be in there since he had a few minutes in the past pre-season game. But Ferran Torres has been thrown straight in there, and Ferran Torres could be playing striker a lot this season if we don't see Manchester City sign Harry Kane. So that is an interesting one. Maybe even Pep sees Ferran as a striker long term. You know, Ferran and maybe a backup to Harry Kane. Maybe if Gabriel Jesus stays, it's still pretty unsure, isn't it? And of course our new signing, our club record signing and Premier League record signing, although we'll put a little asterisk next to that because Manchester United clearly broke the Premier League record when they signed Pogba and paid an extra 40 million to his agent. So Pogba cost around 130-40 million. Grealish has cost 100. It was a release clause, but they pushed it as the record signing, and that is Jack Grealish. And it looks like Chelsea could be set to break it with Lukaku, just over 100 million for him. They're trying to push it down to 98, aren't they, to say, oh, City have spent the most, but I don't think so. But Grealish on the bench. Hopefully Jack Grealish comes on. I have to say, Pep Guardiola was speaking just before the game, and he didn't sound so enthusiastic about the signing of Jack Grealish, to be honest with you. The reporter asked him about, you know, Brendan Rodgers has said Jack Grealish is one of the best players in world football, and Pep's response was, oh, yeah, he's a good player. And it was like, yeah, he's not really that good. He's just okay, which is a bit odd, but Pep didn't seem in the best of moods, to be honest with you. I think he's disappointed that he can't play a stronger side, and maybe he's disappointed with so many City players asking to leave the club. He said that Bernardo's asked to leave along with three others. So we're talking Aymeric Laporte, probably. We're talking Gabriel Jesus, Bernardo Silva. But who is the fourth one? Is it Raheem Sterling? Is it João Cancelo? Some people have said that. I'm not quite sure. It'd be interesting to find out the way that has gone and whether any of them will actually leave, because no one's got any money, have they, in this COVID market? We might not see anyone spending a lot of money really on some players from City, because City won't let them go on the cheap. They'll still let them go cheap. You know, Bernardo Silva probably will leave for around 45 million, which is ridiculous. He's probably around a 70 million pound player, but that's the way City do it. They just can't seem to sell anyone for any money. We'll have a look at the two sides up against each other, because we know the City side there in that 4-3-3. Here's the Leicester City side. Now, some did, expect Wilfred Ndidi to drop into the defence due to the injuries to, Wesley Fofana. Hopefully, that's not too serious for him, but it does look like a leg break and a little bit more. His season is probably over, the Frenchman. Fantastic young centre-back. Big shame that they've lost him. So Amati comes in for him at centre-back. It's not Wilfred Ndidi back there with him. So it's Ricardo, Amati, Soyuncu and Bertrand. New signing Ryan Bertrand at the left-back position. Kasper Schmeichel, of course, in goal. Midfield of Yuri Tielemans and Wilfred Ndidi. James Manafin in front. And then it's Barnes and Ayoze Perez on the wings. Jamie Vardy through the middle. We expected them to play maybe a two-striker, Kelechi Iheanacho. I don't believe Kelechi Iheanacho he's even on the bench for Leicester City. However, Patson Daka is, and he's a new signing. He was heavily linked with Manchester City as an option for striker. He's a very good player, and I hope he does well in the Premier League. I've actually got Daka, I think, in my Fantasy Premier League team, and that's something I need to mention here. If you've not joined our Fantasy Premier League, I'd go and join it as soon as possible. It all ends, well, it starts on the 13th of August, so the swaps and changes can't be done from then. I mean, I've had to change my team a lot. I did have Wesley Fofana in my Fantasy Premier League team. Obviously, I took him out because he's not going to play for the rest of the season, probably. I had Kevin De Bruyne in there, who looks like he's going to be injured for a long time, so I had to take him out. And the same goes for Phil Foden. He looks like he's going to be out a long time as well, so I took them all out and swapped and changed the team around a little bit. City are in the white and blue kit today. Blue shorts, or green shorts, I should say. White t-shirt. And there is Jack Grealish. The game is available to watch on ITV in the UK. I'm watching it on my computer on the ITV hub, so you can watch that. And hopefully we see a debut from our new star man in Jack Grealish. So where are the key battles today in these two sides? Well, I mean, the key battle really is going to be in that midfield. Fernandinho, Palmer and Gundogan versus Tielemans, Maddison and Ndidi. And the thing is, with that Leicester City side, it is such a strong side. They have put out their strongest side, and City clearly haven't had the opportunity to do that because we've got so many international players. So I'm hoping for a good result here, but I'm not expecting too much from Manchester City, to be honest with you. I don't think we will win today, down to that reason. But you know, the likes of Ricardo Pereira is in there. I mean, City's back line is nearly full strength, isn't it? Barring Edison and in goal, and of course John Stones or Aymeric Laporte, but I still think that's a very strong one. I think Fernandinho and Gundogan, you would see them start in midfield anyway, but then you'd expect a Kevin De Bruyne or a Bernardo Silva, maybe a Phil Foden and a Jack Grealish to be in there. It is Cole Palmer, but you know, good for Cole Palmer to get a chance in the team. So we'll just see how it goes with the midfield. Julie's here. Hi everyone, great to be back. It is. And the players come out onto the field now. Manchester City versus Leicester City. And I think it's going to be a good game. Leicester do play some very good football, and they did so well, didn't they, actually, to win the FA Cup against Chelsea last season. They managed to beat Chelsea in a cup final, something City couldn't do, or even a semi-final. And Mahrez has been interviewed before the game. He said that City won the Premier League and the Carabao Cup last season, which they deserved to win. But he also believes they deserved to win the FA Cup and the Champions League as well, which they didn't. And they failed miserably, didn't they, in those two competitions, unfortunately. Especially when it came to, you know, the crunch time in the semi-final and the final of the Champions League. And, you know, when you talk about that, City only missed out on one game last season. They played every game that any club would play or could possibly play, barring one, the FA Cup final, which is ridiculous. And that shows why City have got to have a big squad and got to have so many players that are out there to play. And you've got to be ready, you know, even if you're not in the team, you've got to be ready to be thrown in when you're needed. And it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how many games City play. Imagine, I mean, I know Jack Grealish is a creative force that City need because sometimes they do lack creativity. But imagine City added someone like a Harry Kane, someone who can probably score 40 goals a season for City. That would take City to the next level. Imagine that team from last season plus 40 goals. It is absolutely insane. So Pep's shaking hands there with, I think, the head of the Alzheimer's Society that is sponsoring the Community Shield today. And the three trophies on show there: the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Charity Shield, the Community Shield. Changed names plenty of times. Soyuncu, the Turk, is the captain for Leicester City today, I think, or alongside Kasper Schmeichel. Schmeichel's the captain, isn't he? Soyuncu had a really poor Euros, didn't he, with Turkey? Turkey was many people's dark horses. And I know on this channel we did a couple of predictions, and a few people said, you know what, I'm predicting Turkey to be a dark horse. They weren't in any way, were they? They were absolutely shocking, which is a surprise considering the quality they have. But that was the case. So the players out in the field, the big banners here at Wembley. I don't think there's a full stadium at Wembley today. I think maybe 50% capacity, maybe even more. And the national anthem, I believe, is about to be sung. Perform live here at Wembley. Of course, many of the Wembley fans have heard the national anthem play plenty of times over this summer so far. There's plenty of time left in the summer. I don't think the summer's over because the football season started. We've got, of course, the Premier League starting, but if you're going back to work and school, I mean, obviously, if you're in work, you're stuck there, but if you're a teacher, you get school holidays, don't you? There's a while till you're back yet. There's still a while till you're back yet. End of August, start of September, so there's plenty of time to enjoy hopefully some sunny weather, which we've had here in Manchester for a few weeks, and it's lost it now. It's absolutely terrible the weather. Storms, but apparently a heat wave is coming, so hopefully it's not too far away. Brandon Rodgers there with Kasper Schmeichel. Good voice, this singer. Done well there. I mean, no national anthem is really a song that you think, that's a good song, is it really? You can't really go wrong with it. You sing it in sort of an opera way and it sounds okay. So like I said, the game's on ITV if you want to watch it. And you can maybe turn down the audio and listen to our live commentary if that's something that interests you. We will try and give as much description of the action as possible. And that means for people who can't watch the game, you can understand it. I know a lot of people that do watch alongs on YouTube, they just tend to have a camera on themselves and you talk to them, I suppose, and they talk about the game. But this is the opportunity, I suppose, in our channel. That's why we want to be a little bit different. It is about, you know, allowing those people who can't watch the game, who can't listen to the game on the radio, because, you know, we forget that Manchester City isn't just a club that's supported by people in England. You know, it's worldwide. That's why we are a worldwide fan channel, and that's the idea. I know, obviously, English is a well-spoken language, which is good, and maybe one day we'll do it in different languages, but I think English is the one, because it's Manchester City as well, an English club, that people prefer that. So we are so close to kick-off now, about 1 minute away from seeing Manchester City take on Leicester City. And I'm so excited to see Jack Grealish come on at some point. Pep said before the game he's not sure whether he'll come on. I hope he does come on, and I hope he changed the game. It'd be nice if City were 3 or 4-0 up by then, wouldn't it, when he comes on? So we'll have to see how it goes with Jack Grealish. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe. We've got a little live counter there at the bottom. We're currently on 1,483. Thank you very much for everyone who has subscribed. We're getting closer and closer, aren't we, to that 2,000 subscribers mark, nearly at 1,500 now. So thank you very much to everyone. There's allowed us to do that. You know, when we started this channel not too long ago, it has grown, I think, quickly, much quicker than I expected. So here's the Leicester City side again. We'll recap it. Schmeichel starts in goal, back four of Ricardo Pereira, Amati, Soyuncu and Bertrand. Tielemans and Ndidi hold the midfield with Barnes, James Maddison and Ayoze Perez in behind Jamie Vardy. Very strong Leicester City side. And here is the Manchester City side. So Zach Steffen starts in goal. We've got Cancelo, Diaz, Ake and Benjamin Mendy in the back four. Cole Palmer, Ilkay Gundogan and captain Fernandinho in the midfield three. And then up front, it's Sami Adozi, Ferran Torres and Riyad Mahrez. We've got the likes of Ben Knight, Claudio Gomez, Tommy Doyle, Jan Couto, Philip Sandler, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Jack Grealish and Scott Carson on the bench. They've actually got Kelechi Iheanacho on the bench. I thought he wasn't there. He is there. And so is Patson Daka. So that really does give Brendan Rodgers the opportunity to go to 2 up top if he wants to. So kick-off is moments away. The referee checks his watch. A little blonde connection on the right-hand side there between Mahrez, Palmer and Joao Cancelo. 2 a natural blonde. Well, 1 a natural blonde. The other 2 not quite. So Manchester City versus Leicester City. White versus blue today. Should be a good game. Looking for a win, says Margaret. Players take the knee. To a mixed reception from the crowd, it sounded like. And we're underway. So the FA Cup winners versus the Premier League winners. Big game. Leicester City immediately send it forward. Amati down to Tielemans. And City are, you know, I would say the kit was more blue. It actually does look green, doesn't it? White shirt, green shorts. Leicester City in a blue shirt, white shorts. This is going to be a big game. See how City perform. See how, you know, people like Mendy perform, Nathan Ake performs. Pressure's on them to be at a high level. Here's Diaz, Cancelo. James Maddison pressing him. Well done, Cancelo into Fernandinho. Fernandinho up to Ferran Torres, who's held the ball up well, and he's fouled by Ndidi, who will do that all game. Will Fernandinho, very similar in a way to Fernandinho. Seems to make many fouls and not get booked for whatever reason. He's Ayoze Perez. And then goes back to Soyuncu. City with a poor pass there. I think Cancelo, and he's intercepted by Wilfred Ndidi. Great pass by Schmeichel out to Ryan Bertrand, who could have been a Manchester City player himself a few years ago. City did look at him as an option to replace Fabian Delph, and Ilkay Gundogan's made a crunching challenge on James Maddison here, who's holding his calf. It looked like Gundogan came to the back of him. A bit tougher than he expected to. Oh, Gundogan didn't mean to do anything about that. As Gundogan went to plant his feet, Maddison waited for Gundogan. Then went to turn away from him. Got a kick in the leg for it. He's back on his feet, James Maddison. Showcasing a similar hairstyle to Jack Grealish with the headband. So Maddison stands over the free kick. Could be on his way to Arsenal as well. That's one that's been being thrown about a lot. Arsenal very interested apparently in James Maddison. Whether that is something that happens or not, you know, people would say he's probably the right idea to stay at Leicester. Leicester City play it out wide here. To Barnes. Barnes clips it into the box. Benjamin Mendy with a header away. Ndidi. Back out wide to Soyuncu, who's on the right wing here. Soyuncu in behind to Ndidi across the box. Ake with a block on it. Ilkay Gundogan lumps it away from Manchester City. Over the halfway line, straight back to Leicester City, who started brightly. Have Leicester. They are looking the stronger side so far. Maddison is looking lively in the midfield. A few times the ball's been fizzed into him through the centre-backs, bypassing City's midfield. Hopefully the young lads can impress as well today, the likes of Edozie and Palmer. Given a big chance today. Big chance. Here's Schmeichel. Amati. He's played a right back a lot, but he's at centre back again today for Leicester. When he just passes it straight up to Ruben Diaz, calmly down to Benjamin Mendy on the halfway line. City back in possession. But Leicester City immediately are pressing very highly. Jamie Vardy trying to nick the ball off Zach Steffen, and he lumps it forward to Riyad Mahrez in an offside position, and Leicester City back in possession. But that's something for Steffen to think about. Real high press there from Jamie Vardy, from Maddison. Every Leicester City player closing Manchester City down at the back, not letting them play out from the back. And this is a nice ball in behind to Ricardo Pereira, and it bounces all the way through to Steffen. Mendy was with Pereira all the way there. And here's Ake. Nathan Ake, who nearly moved to Leicester City, didn't he, when they lost Harry Maguire. And Bournemouth asked for 70 million for Nathan Ake, which was a ridiculous fee, and everyone thought that. I mean, City paying 41 million for Ake, I thought was too much for him, but imagine if Leicester had paid 70 for him. They'd be very disappointed. City playing out from the back calmly. Fernandinho with a heavy touch, but he's got away there into Ilkay Gundogan. And City have brought the press here, and Gundogan in behind to Edozie. And he's fired it in the air to Sammy Edozie. Edozie's saying, either put it in behind or put it to my feet. It's a really poor ball from Ilkay Gundogan. Sort of in the air. Edozie's never, ever going to bring that one down and control it. That's a great chance for City if Gundogan had a better quality of pass. Ball forward by Schmeichel. Maddison works it wide here to Barnes. Cancelo's out of position here. Poor touch by Barnes. Give him a chance to run it, Cancelo. Here is Barnes. Skips past Fernandinho. Javi Barnes! It's a good block by Ruben Diaz, but Leicester looking so lively. City pretty much trying to play in the counter. Another stray pass from Ilkay Gundogan. Goes behind for a throw-in. Good play from Javi Barnes as well. He's looking for that bottom corner. Cancelo drifting inside. Like we know Cancelo, I think he must be told to do it. You know, Pep wants Cancelo to drift inside, which he did do there. But that left so much space out on the far side for Barnes. City got lucky there not to concede. Good pressing from Cole Palmer. A little bit of a kick on Soyuncu on the way past him. Schmeichel. Soyuncu. Back to Ryan Bertrand. Soyuncu once again. He's gone with the ball forward, but straight into Fernandinho. Fernandinho into Edozie. Oh, and Daniel Amati comes straight to the side of Edozie. That's a free kick for Manchester City near the edge of the box. In a very good position. That is silly from Amati. Quick feet from Edozie though to get across quickly. And Ilkay Gundogan's over it, and he's started poorly, Gundogan, hopefully. He's not the one taking this free kick. Sort of dead centre of the goal. Maybe 30 yards out. Gundogan stands over it. Mahrez as well. I think I'd rather Riyad Mahrez take this one. Although Gundogan looks to be saying this is mine. Both he and Mahrez standing over it, looking to test the Leicester City goalkeeper and captain Kasper Schmeichel. Edozie's drifting to his left-hand side. Pereira's just having a look at him, staying with him. And here's Gundogan. Mahrez is not happy with the wall, he's telling the referee. I suspect Mahrez will take this one, but Gundogan's looking likely as well. Referee blows his whistle. It's Gundogan! Oh, what a save from Kasper Schmeichel. What a save that is. Top corner from Ilkay Gundogan. And he palms it over the bar. He's just maybe a yard away from that pure top corner. And that's what allows Schmeichel to get a hand on it and just tip it over the bar. Good goalkeeping. Good goalkeeping. Did well to tip it over. He's a very good goalkeeper, isn't he, Schmeichel? He really is. I think he had 1 or 2 down seasons for Leicester, but he has been fantastic for such a long time now. Corner for Manchester City. Ilkay Gundogan across the take. It's short to Edozie, and Edozie just passed it behind for a throw-in. Gundogan and Edozie are not working together at all yet. It's a good opportunity for Gundogan, a really good, attempt. He just needs to be further to the left-hand side, close to that corner. Here's Pereira, throws it forward. Mendy with a head on it, only into the path of Jamie Vardy. Iosi parries back to Maddison. Good footing by Palmer. It was necessary to stop that first-time ball by Maddison, but he still managed to pirouette and give it wide to Harvey Barnes. Barnes, little nutmeg on Fernandinho. Tielemans, back into Barnes, and drifts all the way through to Zach Steffen. But City look open at the back. They really do. And we know that, football's a team game. You can't just rely on the defence, the midfield, the forward line. They've got to do their job as well to protect the back line. I feel like at the moment the midfield isn't quite doing their job. Here's Diaz. Cancelo. Fernandinho. Foul by Jamie Vardy. Free kick Manchester City. Just clips the heels of our captain. Fernandinho so calm in possession as well. His first touch earlier on let him down. That one didn't there. Spun away from Vardy under pressure. Ake into Ferran. Lovely turn from Ferran Torres. Shrugged off the ball by Wilfred Ndidi. Using his body well, Ndidi. Gundogan with a flick on that one. Mendy in there for the tackle. And City win the ball back. Gundogan. When he started throwing here. Ilkay Gundogan. Just deflects it as he looks to just lump it away again, Gundogan. But Leicester pressing so high. City are panicking. Not quite sure how to play it out. Especially the midfield. Here's Mendy. Into Fernandinho. Back to Benjamin Mendy. Well played, Manchester City. Mendy goes back to Ilkay Gundogan. He spins away from Wilfred Ndidi. Into Cole Palmer. He's got Harvey Barnes on him. Great work from Palmer. Cancelo. Mahrez. Gundogan's drifted across this right-hand side. Cancelo. Mahrez. City working it down the right-hand side now. Got Maddison, Barnes and Ryan Bertrand on him. Mahrez, a little clip into Ferran Torres, who takes it on his chest and tries to chest it down to Gundogan. It was really nicely done from Ferran. Cancelo, that typical Cancelo sort of ball, just lifted over, a few midfielders, a few people trying to really stick tight to Ferran in the box. He lifts it over the head with a really, really nice way to pass. But as Ferran chests it down to Gundogan, he can't get it under his control at all. It's a pull ball by Leicester out, and Mendy nods it down easily. Oh, and then Mendy's forgot the ball. In typical Benjamin Mendy fashion. Well, so a couple of people have been saying, this is going to be the season we see Mendy come back. He's been working hard, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't think Benjamin Mendy is going to be ever the Monaco Benjamin Mendy. He's 27 now. Edozie. Lose it to Pereira. Well done, Gundogan. Everyone battling in there. Maddison battling in there as well. And finally, Fernandinho picks it up as Iosi Perez miscontrols it through his legs. Here's Fernandinho. Oh, he's given it away to James Maddison. Too late in the pass there, and they managed to get a foot on it to stop it going forward. Schmeichel lifts it brilliantly out to Ryan Bertrand, who lifts it forward. Cancelo in there to knock it back into the Leicester City defenders. Soyuncu this time away and deflects off Ferran Torres for a throw-in to Leicester City as they try and work it further up the field. Likes of James Justin, Johnny Evans, Castagna, Pryor, Mendy. A lot of injuries in the Leicester City team. James Justin did his cruciate ligaments, didn't he? Which is a big shame because he was probably one of the team of the season players last year until halfway point where he got injured. Ridiculously good for Leicester, despite being a right-footed player on that left-hand side. Here's Soyuncu. Schmeichel. Leicester City calm on the ball, working it well around the back. City not pressing as highly as Leicester City are doing, because I think City are worried about the pace in behind of Jamie Vardy. Something City have been punished with plenty of times over the seasons with Vardy in the Premier League. There's James Maddison dropping deep, picking the ball up, Maddison. Ball into Tielemans, really nicely done. Bertrand. The new number 5, Harvey Barnes. Run it Cancelo again. Mara's getting back doing defending. Bertrand. Oh, brilliant from Bertrand. Ryan Bertrand into Barnes, into the box. Good defending from Diaz and no one. I mean, the miscommunication in City's defence there is really poor. About 4 players stood around the ball. All not sure where to clear it or not. Just let it roll behind for a corner to Leicester. It was Diaz there making a crucial interception once again. But Cancelo and Mahrez are struggling defensively on that right-hand side. And we know how good they are going forward. They yet to offer anything really going forward. And Soyuncu, Amati, and Didi, all the big men have come up for Leicester City for this corner. Plenty in the box for Leicester to aim for. Here comes the cross. Swung in. Ooh, and Didi attacks it, headed away. Ryan Bertrand picks it back up from the corner. He looked like he was offside there, referee thinks not. Tielemans with a swing in. Stefan comes for it. Oh, Edozie just nicked it ahead of Maddison, but can't get in the end of it there. All Leicester City in these first 12 minutes or so. City's only chance coming from that free kick with İlkay Gundogan. They're playing really well, Leicester. Bertrand goes back to Schmeichel. Well, the more Manchester City performance is coming from Leicester City at the moment. Here's Maddison. Bertrand in behind, and Vardy just can't get on the end of that ball. But Ryan Bertrand has started this game really, really well. Really, really well, Ryan Bertrand. Putting some really nice passes in behind the defence. Here's Ruben Diaz. City have gone down to 92%. If you think they'll win today's game. Maybe you've watched the first 13 minutes and thought, I'm not so confident at the moment. Here's Cole Palmer. Into Mahrez. Cancelo. Diaz. Into Ake. Vardy. Not wasting his energy really. Just letting Ake and Diaz know he's there. That's a poor ball by Mendy. Into Gundogan. It's all the way behind for a goal kick. Well, City just aren't connected at all, are they? These players not at all on the same wavelength. And it's not working at all. There's Vardy. He's always looking behind the defence, isn't Jamie Vardy? 34 years of age now. He doesn't look like he's slowing down, does he, either? He had one poor spell for Leicester, which was under Claude Puel, but he didn't get on with the manager. Well done, Diaz. Straight through the back of Maddison. Here's Cole Palmer. Shocking pass by Palmer. Palmer's fault. He's only... Like, my fault for Cole Palmer is his problem. He passes the ball too lightly. Never seems to put any power in his passes. Always too relaxed. Just sometimes, just fizz it into a player's feet. You know, a player like Ferran Torres, like Riyad Mahrez, can control the ball. You know, they can stop it dead, especially Riyad Mahrez. And Cole Palmer just seems to want to roll it to him, and it gives the defender or the fullback, whoever, midfielder, an opportunity to jump in and win it, nick it off them. Schmeichel played a poor pass there. Mahrez won it back off Barnes. Rodgers is telling Barnes to calm down. He wanted a free kick for absolutely nothing. Claiming a high leg from Riyad Mahrez. His leg was no more than 2 foot off the ground. Here's Ake, Mendy. Coming narrow, Benjamin Mendy. On the centre circle. So is Cancelo. Sitting very narrow defensively. Here's Cancelo. Playing in little small spaces when they go playing defence City. But as soon as he gets into these attacking areas, that's when we wide. Edozie, high and wide. And here is Edozie. In behind to Mendy. Who gets a ball in by Benjamin Mendy. And wow, Soyuncu gets a touch on it. Sliding deflection, block, or whatever you want to call it. Lifts it over his own bar, but it could have gone literally anywhere. Schmeichel actually thought it was going to go in his own net. Ferran Torres, good movement in the box. Soyuncu panicked. Clears it over the bar. But a good cross from Benjamin Mendy. And gets City up the field. City haven't really had any sustained possession, really. That was the first sort of time City have worked the ball, attacked Leicester. First corner of the game. İlkay Gundogan. It's a strange one. Mahrez in the edge of the box. Mahrez in his right foot. Over the bar. That was one off the training ground, wasn't it? İlkay Gundogan lifts it to the edge of the box to Riyad Mahrez. Takes a touch with his left foot. Tries to hit it with his right foot. Completely slices it into the Leicester City fans. Poor from Riyad Mahrez. But, I mean, when you've got Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake in the box, you think, just get it in there. Those two guys surely can get their head on it. Diaz especially. Here's Barnes, a foul from Cancelo. Pep's not happy with that one. Now there's Cancelo. Doesn't look like there's anything in this one with Barnes, to be honest with you. Cancelo using his body well. Oh, Barnes has got hold of Cancelo and shucks himself to the ground. Well bought by Harvey Barnes. I mean, City fans, you won't be able to say anything soon, will be about teams buying free kicks because Jack Grealish is the best at it. Ooh, Maddison leaves this. It nearly rolls in behind here. Diaz has got Barnes and Vardy on him, but he still managed to clear it away. Cancelo knocks it on. Palmer. Ooh, high foot from Cole Palmer. Kicks Soyuncu in the face. Leicester City play on. Jose Perez through to Vardy. Vardy with a strike. Oh, and Stefan just saves. It was going towards the bottom corner, that, from Vardy. Really bad start from City. Here's Perez into Vardy. Great first touch. It's going a mile wide. Ooh, I don't know if it's maybe going to hit the post there. Stefan wasn't sure. Palmer with a high boot on Soyuncu, a kick in the face. It's hardly touched him. Come on now, Soyuncu. You're a tough guy. Palmer's not got a yellow card for that. I think referee's giving him some leeway, being 18 years of age or so. Soyuncu's working his way forward now. So corner for Leicester City. Chance to swing it in to Soyuncu. City look weak on corners defensively. Here it comes. Ryan Bertrand, who's got a great delivery. Into the box. Diaz away. Soyuncu back into the mixer. Gundogan in there as well. Fernandinho heads it away. Oh, it's a mistake by Tielemans. Mendy in behind. Riyad Mahrez in acres of space here. City on the counter. 2 on 3. Leicester City have got bodies back quickly though. Mahrez up against Soyuncu. Mahrez! Oh, deflection onto the top of the net. Corner Manchester City. Well, Mahrez didn't really have many options there. Leicester City worked so hard to get back, but Yuri Tielemans has made a massive mistake in the midfield. Good ball from Mendy. Maybe a little bit too heavy for Mahrez. Takes him really wide on that right-hand side. You got Soyuncu on him. Just gets a foot on it, Soyuncu, to deflect Mahrez's shot over the bar. Good job. Soyuncu always knew Mahrez was going on that left boot. Never going for the right foot, was it? Here's Dozy. Played it short. Mahrez again. Back to Gundogan. Mendy. City have worked this. You might say, well, Mendy's clips it across to Riyad Mahrez, who takes it down, and Ricardo Pereira tackles him. Another corner for Manchester City. Bit of pressure from City now. Waslod is back. Good to see you. So Mahrez will take this corner. 2-1 Leicester, says Waslod. Can tell you're a Liverpool fan, can't we? Here's Mahrez. Into Gundogan. Oh, shocking pass from Ilkay Gundogan again. And it rolls behind for a goal kick. Gundogan has been really, really, really poor so far. And, you know, you think he'd look at the bench and think Jack Grealish could be here to replace me. You know, he might play in my position. He probably should be playing better, Gundogan. Bit more pressure for him, but not pushed him at all. Long ball. Ake heads it down. Only as far as Perez. That's really poor. Oh, a dozy crunch by Perez. Behind for a throw into City. Didn't look like it, to be honest with you. Here's Ake. Mendy. Fernandinho. Gundogan. Back to Mendy. Well played, City. Mendy again. Drifting further and further inside. Looking for a pass. Finds Ruben Diaz. Mendy again. Ake. They're really pushing bodies forward, Leicester, to try and press City. City just need to use their quality. Play it through the little gaps. Work their way through. Here's Cole Palmer. Indeed, he's chasing him. Palmer's played a ball in behind it to Ferran Torres, who expected Mahrez to run for it. Here's Amati. Oh, goes back to his keeper. Ferran gets a foot on it. And it's a goal kick here. Bertrand and Amati are saying Ferran is offside. Linesman thought not. Brandon Rodgers having a talk with the attacking midfielder. He's number 10, James Maddison. Here's Daniel Amati. Schmeichel. Soyuncu. Left-hand side of his box. Soyuncu with his left foot sends it forward. Cancelo keeps it alive. Keeps it in. Maddison. Not a bad pass. Gunnar with a little back heel. Past Tielemans. Fernandinho. Mahrez. Fernandinho again. Diaz and... Oh, it's actually Cancelo who's going to back to Diaz. It's a poor pass by Cancelo. Ended up going all the way through to Zach Steffen. Fernandinho. Long ball over top here. Easily dealt with by Ryan Bertrand there. Soyuncu up against Mahrez. Soyuncu's gone back to Bertrand. City's passing his way off it today. Here's Soyuncu. Pressure from Palmer. Good pressure from Cole Palmer. Soyuncu kicks it into him. It's a throw into Leicester, but at least he's up there trying to make, Leicester City play the ball. Only 19, Palmer, but he's having a decent start. I think he clearly is a very highly technically gifted player. Just don't know whether he's going to be the one, You very rarely find someone as good as Phil Foden. I know I'm not saying he needs to be as good as Phil Foden because Foden is at a very high level. But we want someone who is, Manchester City quality. He's got to prove that, hasn't he, in these sort of games if he gets a chance. Maddison, great ball over the top here to Ricardo Pereira. Down a wide area, Pereira. Pulls it back to the edge of the box. Tielemans into the box. And Iosi Perez, any sort of good touch on that. And that would have been a goal for Leicester City. Really good play. What a ball from Maddison here. To Pereira. Pereira pulls it back to Tielemans. Tielemans just rolls it into the box. And Iosi Perez just cannot get a strong enough touch on it to turn it with enough power to get past Zach Steffen. Is it on ITV? Yes, it is on ITV. Which surprised me, actually, when I saw that. Here's Diaz. Cancelo. Palmer. A little spin by Palmer. He's lost it to Wilfred Ndidi. That's poor from Cole Palmer. Here's Maddison. Vardy. Chance! Saved by Steffen. Bounces around the box. How have Leicester City not scored there? Shocking from Palmer. Way too relaxed on the ball. Wilfred Ndidi just picks it off him so easily. Here's Palmer again. Ndidi. He's sticking tight to Cole Palmer. I think he can tell that Palmer's the one he's going to hit the ball off every time. Here's Ake. Oh, Mendy with a shocking pass. Come on now, City. Wake up. It's the same old idiots. Benjamin Mendy causing the problems for City. Great footwork from Cancelo. Gundogan's in acres of space. We've got to find him. We haven't done. Diaz. Nowhere to go. Leicester City so compact, yet they press so high as well. Cancelo switches it to Edozie. Good takedown from Edozie. Gonna have a run at Pereira. Good tackle from Ricardo Pereira. Dives in, wins the ball brilliantly. Leicester City on the attack again. Maddison. Pereira. Edozie in there to win it. Great turn from the Portuguese fullback Ricardo Pereira. One of the best fullbacks in the league. It's a shame he's been injured for so long. Maddison. Running the game, James Maddison. Absolutely running this game at the moment. Dropping deep, asking for the ball. Spraying the ball all over the place. He's been fantastic. Here's Amati. Tielemans. Into Maddison. Maddison outside the boot, ball for Jamie Vardy. Nathan Ake, very good defending. But James Maddison again is absolutely cutting us apart at the moment. Wonderful ball from Maddison outside the boot. His price tag's just gone up about 20 million for Leicester City for Arsenal to sign him. Maddison's been fantastic. Okay. Out wide to Gundogan. Mendy. Back to Ruben Diaz. City have been absolutely shocking so far. Cancelo. Cancelo again. Mendy. Cancelo. Mendy's on the halfway line. Cancelo lifts it into Ake. Nice pass. Nathan Ake takes it well. City just, calming this game down a little bit, slowing the game down. He does it. Back to Ilkay Gundogan. Diaz. Cancelo. Looking for that pass. Cancelo finds Palmer, who's not ready for it. And he goes all behind for a goal kick. Cole Palmer's, I know he's only 19 years of age, but he's been really, really poor in that midfield. Really, really poor. He really has, and Mendy's not been the best either. Just don't understand why it's been so bad. City just don't. The players aren't linking up. Ake's been okay at the back, but just things aren't working well together at all. Here's Bertrand, only as far as Cancelo. Cancelo lifts it into the box. Deflected away. Easily dealt with by Kasper Schmeichel. The first 30 minutes or so, 27 minutes it is at the moment, have not been good at all, though. Palmer, good pressing. Wins the ball back. Gundogan. Edozie! Edozie! Oh, absolutely slices it into the stands. Really poor from Edozie. Palmer wins it back off Ndidi. Well played. Gundogan with a nice ball into Edozie. He's got a ball across the box. And he's absolutely shanked it into the stands off the outside of his left foot. Shocking. Shocking. Harvey Barnes is on his backside again. Wanting a free kick for literally everything, Harvey Barnes, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with Barnes here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Oh, there's nothing in that for Barnes. Cancelo just gives him a little bit of a shove. Barnes has just been shot. I'm sure he'll be okay, Harvey Barnes. He's acting like he needs a stretcher to come on for him. Oh, England are back. On the 2nd of September, they face Hungary. 7:15 on ITV, which is interesting. That'll be an interesting game, won't it? Hungary nearly caused an upset in the Euros. It's a shame they didn't really. They were fantastic. Here's Ake. What a chance this was. Lod City flopped it. Yeah, it was a poor finish, wasn't it, from Edozie. Ake, back to Stefan. City in trouble here. Stefan just looks long. Leicester City's pressing has been fantastic. Ferran's not winning any headers up top. Fernandinho, well played. Edozie takes it down into Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan fouled by Ozzy Perez. Free kick to City. I think Perez has injured himself here. A little kick on the ankle of Ilkay Gundogan. Who's playing nowhere near his usual standards. Yeah, it's a clear foul on him. It's Andorra, I think, not Hungary. No, they play Andorra after that. The first one it said was Hungary. They do play Hungary, and then they play Andorra after that. Here's Ake. Mendy. Great pass by Mendy. Luckily, Ferran Torres gets in the end of it, but it's another shocker pass from Mendy. Honestly, so poor is Mendy. Danielle's here. More people joining. Good to see. City's dropped down to 87% now. The more votes, the more people are less confident. Is Edozie up the left-hand side into Benjamin Mendy. Fernandinho. Another shocking pass from Mendy into Fernandinho. But we don't need a left-back. We'll stick with Mendy for the season again. And if anything happens to Zinchenko, we're in trouble. Get up, Maddison, says Paul Tierney. Here's Amati. Leicester City by far the better side here. Soyuncu. Back to Schmeichel. If I was Pep, I'd get Jack Grealish on at half-time. Schmeichel. Lifts it up to Bertrand. It's won by Cancelo, but out for a throw into Leicester City. Right in front of Brendan Rodgers on the sidelines. Pep cannot be happy with his side at all. They've been really, really bad. Really bad. I know it's the first competitive game of the season. Think how bad we were at the start of the season last year. We ended up winning the league, but it's just not working at the moment. I mean, if City get injuries, it just shows how much we're going to lack creativity. Here's Diaz. Into Nathan Ake. Here's Diaz again. Lifts it into Ilkay Gundogan. He's drifting up this left-hand side. And Leicester City get it back. Mendy. Edozie, Gundogan. Good play. Gundogan. Works it wide to Palmer. Oh my word. Shocking touch from Palmer on his chest. Oh, Fernandinho's give it away now. This is absolutely dire from City. Here's Harvey Barnes. Vardy. Barnes! Oh, Ake cuts it out. This is shocking football from Manchester City. Just really, really poor. Ake did really well to cut that out. Probably the best player so far. But Cole Palmer's having a shocker in midfield. Clearly not ready, is he? Clearly not ready. The midfield's letting us down massively. And well, I wouldn't say Cancelo's letting us down massively, but Benjamin Mendy is. He can't pass a football. Who's surprised by that, though? I hope Pep isn't, because we knew that before the start of the season. We've known that for 2 years now. Corner for Leicester City. Bertrand on it once again. Bertrand swings it in. Ake away again. Tielemans goes for a screamer. First time shot, he's missed it. Pereira with another ball over the top. Cancelo wrong side of Bertrand. Get lucky there. Here's Cole Palmer. Well done into Mahrez. That's a foul by Tielemans. Oh, he's given a throw into Leicester City. Well, if Riyad Mahrez is in a darker shade of blue, he would have seen a free kick there. He's laughing. He's Mahrez. Would have been a free kick if it was Harvey Barnes. Here's Amati. Back to Soyuncu in Leicester City. Credit to them, have been fantastic today. James Maddison has been the best player on the field by a country mile. Here's Schmeichel. Into Soyuncu. Soyuncu long. Well dealt with by Diaz. It's just an up and under. Mahrez in there to win it back for City. Good touch from Mahrez. Cancelo back to Diaz, and Cancelo's fouled by Harvey Barnes. Referee, again, not interested. Played a lot of advantages today. Let things go. Not been many stops in the game. Cancelo. Diaz all the way back to Zach Steffen. Diaz again. Diaz with a long ball over the top here to Ferran Torres. Soyuncu nods it away. Bertrand away as well. Mahrez just clips it back into Joao Cancelo. Into Mahrez, the outside of the boot. Mahrez on the corner to Cole Palmer. Love a little back heel by Cole Palmer. This is fantastic football from City finally. Mahrez wide to Edozie. Mendy on the overlap. Edozie forgets the ball. Oh, well done, Edozie. Oh, well done, Edozie. Unlucky. Beat 2 or 3 Leicester City players there, but he needed to then release the ball, and he couldn't find the pass. Maddison. Oh, brilliant from James Maddison. Absolutely class. Gundogan and Mendy trying to foul him. Maddison just doesn't let them. He's been absolutely brilliant. Leicester City will definitely not want to lose him. Unless he's playing for a move to Arsenal, Maddison. He could be. Here's Ricardo Pereira. Wide to Ayosi Perez. Maddison's bursting across the near post. Perez with a shocking cross. He can come and play for us if he's crossing like that. We'll put him at left back. Here's Gundogan. He knows he's made a good run again. Ilkay Gundogan slows the game down. Goes back to Fernandinho. City keep possession. Back into Gundogan by Fernandinho. And Leicester City get bodies back now. City do definitely lack creativity, didn't we? We've got no Foden, no De Bruyne, no Grealish, no Bernardo Silva. There's just no creativity at all in this team. And if we do have any, it's all down the right-hand side in Mahrez and Cancelo. This left-hand side is not doing so good, especially through Ilkay Gundogan and Mendy. Adozie's a young man. I can't put too much pressure on him. Similar to Cole Palmer, I have maybe said he hasn't played fantastic today. Mendy's frustrated, arms in the air there. Cancelo into Cole Palmer. Back to Cancelo. 35 minutes played so far. City yet to start playing football, really. Maybe for a few seconds in the game, but nothing more. Cancelo, brilliant football. Here's Palmer. Oh, shocking pass by Palmer. Still works its way through to Riyad Mahrez. Got Soyuncu putting the pressure on him. All the weight on Riyad Mahrez here. And then finally Soyuncu fouls him. That's stupid from Soyuncu. Mahrez is going absolutely nowhere there, but backwards. Soyuncu throws his leg in and gives City a chance to swing a ball in here. Really silly from Soyuncu for Leicester. And City with a chance to swing one in from a free kick now. Hopefully we can get a good crossing with Mahrez. Get some of the bigger players like Diaz and Ake in there. Ake started the game really well. He's been probably our best player today so far. It's Gundogan who says he wants it, not Mahrez. We don't want an in-swinger, an out-swinger. We need Diaz to absolutely launch himself at this. Ilkay Gundogan stood over the free kick. Taking his time, Gundogan. Diaz spins away. Gundogan with a cross. Edozie at the far post. Edozie parries away. It's a poor cross from Ilkay Gundogan. Why he's swinging it to the far post? It's one of the smallest players in the field, I don't know. Mendy looks long. Pereira deals with it. City have a throw in. Mendy just sort of put enough power on that cross or that pass upwards there that Pereira didn't know whether it was going to drop in front of him and he can take it down. It wasn't just quite behind him so he could leave it. And City did have runners in Edozie in behind. So we had to deal with it. He knocked it behind for a throw into City near the corner flag. Across comes Benjamin Mendy to take it. And he's struggling to get across, Mendy. He looks tired already. Here is Mendy on the throw-in. Into Ferran Torres. Back to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy on the turn. Mendy into Edozie. Go on, Sammy. Oh, Edozie's been crunched here. Ferran Torres has got his way through here. Ferran! Down the box. Good tackle from Pereira. Long ball by Leicester. Ake. Good use of his body there against Jamie Vardy. Just shrugs him off the ball. But at the moment, we can't see City doing incredibly well in this game. They're just not really turned up. Here's Diaz, Ake, but surely over time we'll grow into it. Here is Ake, Mendy, Fernandinho. Oh, ball in behind to Edozie. Right idea from Fernandinho. Absolutely shockingly poor execution. Straight behind for a goal kick. So much power on that pass. It's been really poor from City. Here's Soyuncu. Schmeichel. Amati. Good passing to Tielemans. Back to Ricardo Pereira. Palmer's left Amati, which means they can go back to him. Schmeichel. City slowly pressing. Pereira. Brilliant from Leicester City. Pereira into Tielemans. Tielemans into Ayosi Perez. Back to Maddison. And he goes into Bertrand. A very well-drilled, well-coached side, this Leicester City team at the moment. They should be playing Champions League football, shouldn't they? Oh, Maddison's gone for a bit of a flick there. He's messed it up. And City on the counter. It's Ilkay Gundogan. City. Oh, Gundogan, you clown. City 4-on-2 and Ilkay Gundogan can't play a pass. Edozie. So poor from Gundogan. Mendy with a swing in. Palmer's in the box. It's a free kick to Leicester as Palmer attacks it. Free kick to Leicester City. Ryan Bertrand got clattered there by Cole Palmer. Bertrand gets an elbow in the face. Good ball from Mendy. Good ball from Mendy. But, I mean, Gundogan before that. Edozie's free. He's got Soyuncu and Amati in front of him, Gundogan. There's him. I think he's got Mahrez and Ferran Torres on the right of him. And he's got Edozie on the left of him. He's got 3 passes to pick from there against, 2 of their players. And he plays the ball through to Edozie. And honestly, overhits it so much. Pep Guardiola is not happy. Pep Guardiola is really unhappy here. I mean, he's going to get a yellow card here, Pep. I think. Pep's got a yellow card here. I'm not sure why he's moaning so much, but he seemed in a bad mood. I said it at the start of the stream. Pep seemed like he was in a bad mood in the game. The interview before the game. Edozie back to Mendy, who's underneath it. And City lose the chance to attack. But Pep seems very frustrated at the moment. Here's Cancelo. Diaz. Here's a yellow card for Pep Guardiola. The first card of the season for City goes to the manager. Mendy. Ake. Leicester City seem really good. They've bottled it, haven't they, like I was saying before that attack. They should be playing Champions League football, Leicester City. And it seems to be the last 10 games, last 8 games of the season, they just bottle it. I don't know why. Twice in a row they've done it now. Here's Diaz. I mean, if Maddison wants to play Champions League football, he's not going to be playing at Arsenal. You know, Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool, they're the 4 sides that will be playing Champions League football, which looks like for a long time. Although the only team I can see maybe dropping out of that is Liverpool, purely because of the lack of movement from them and the fact that City, United and everyone else are improving. Great play from Cole Palmer. Lovely little step over and shimmy. Here's Joao Cancelo. City on the attack. Cancelo! Don't know if it's a shot or a cross, but he drags it far past the post. That's great work from Cole Palmer. Growing in confidence in this game, which he needs to, because he's been poor before this. Little step over. Movement of his body. See you later, Leicester City midfielder or winger. And he was away. That's a poor ball from Schmeichel. City with a throw in here. Throw into Riyad Mahrez. Here is Diaz. Oh, Brendan Rodgers is getting a telling off now. He's just kicked something into the stands, apparently. In frustration. Edozie. Mendy. Gundogan. Diaz. Of course, I think this game goes straight to penalties, no extra time. Diaz. Into Palmer. Great ball. Palmer. Oh, he's trying to do too much. Just pass it, Cole. Just pass it, Cole Palmer. Well done, Mendy. Well done, Palmer. Varane. Edozie to his left-hand side. Edozie. Up against Pereira. It's poor. Gundogan. Gundogan with a strike. It's always going over from Ilkay Gundogan. Got right underneath it. Edozie didn't do too badly. It was a poor pass. Luckily Gundogan's there waiting for it. And he's skied it over the bar there, Gundogan. Always getting underneath that ball. Just the way he's tried to hit it. Completely lofted it. Into the Leicester City fans. So nearly half time now. I don't know how many added minutes they'll be. Probably not many. Grealish having a bit of a chat here. With Tommy Doyle. Diaz has been clattered into. Referee says play on Mendy. Good touch from Mendy. Perez leaves his footing on Mendy, but he still gets away from him. Come on now, Mendy. Oh, he's absolutely clueless. Into Gundogan. And then back he goes. Absolutely clueless, Mendy, when he gets the ball. Pep's unhappy. Arms in the air. He's asking his team, what are you doing? Here's Cancelo. Varane. Oh, brilliant spin from Varane. City still have a chance here. They get it away. Tielemans into Maddison. Counters on for Leicester City. Maddison looking to go wide to Barnes, which he does. Up against Cancelo here. Oh, get up, Barnes. Another dive from Harvey Barnes. It's disgraceful the amount of diving he's done so far today. And then Fernandinho gives the ball away again. Bertrand, Maddison. Barnes. Oh, Vardy with it. Oh, what a save! What a save from Zach Steffen. What a save from Zach Steffen. Ake misses the ball. And Zach Steffen somehow tips it onto the post as Vardy has a sitter. What a save. Waslot says, Steffen, wow, what a ridiculous save from Zach Steffen there. Just bobbles across the box. Ake, shocking bit of defending. Oh, City are absolutely useless today. It's painful to watch. 1 minute of added time. Leicester City should be 2 up. Pep is absolutely livid. Fernandinho's a shocker in midfield also. The weight of passing, the quality of passing, everything has been pouring. We're a passing side. Maddison can't get the end of this one. Fernandinho forward to Mahrez. City with a chance to counter before the end of the half. Mahrez. Still Mahrez. Can he find a pass? He does to Ilkay Gundogan. Great pass. Gundogan. Going on wide to Edozie. Edozie. Oh, shocker of a pass again from Edozie. Half time. Manchester City 0, Leicester 0. That has been one of the worst performances I've seen from City. Absolutely shocking. Cannot put a single pass together. They're going to show a replay of this Stefan save. Here's Maddison. He works it wide to Barnes. Bobbles it across the box. What a save. I don't know if it's his leg or his hand. He's going the wrong way. He just sticks something out. Oh, he saves it. Just gets his hand on it. Pep Guardiola absolutely unmoved by that. So half-time, Manchester City 0, Leicester City 0. Zach Steffen is the only probably player in the City team that can hold his head high. Everyone else has been absolutely dire and shocking, and something needs to change in the second half. James Maddison, he's definitely a player on the opposition side that can hold his head high. He's been ridiculously good, hasn't he, James Maddison? And you know, City have signed maybe, if you'd say, a similar player in Grealish. Maybe not quite, but an English attacking midfielder. City have got to get him on, because at the moment we're struggling and we really need someone to just, you know, spark this game into life. We're going to have a break over half-time. We will be back after this short break, and let's see how the game goes. I've seen that City have now dropped down to 82%. People's faith is dropping little by little, isn't it? We'll be right back after this short break for the second half.
suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Hello, welcome back to the second half. Manchester City versus Leicester City. I have been informed of a hard time. I'm a little bit behind you guys. Well, a little bit. 1 minute and 16 seconds to be exact. I've had people counting. And that's because I watched the game on ITV Hub, which is online. So unless I had 2 TVs, I could then watch it on normal TV, which is probably something, as we go forward, something to do. But, you know, that's having 2 TV screens. And we're not quite as advanced as that quite yet. City have had a shocker of the first half, haven't they? That has been an absolutely terrible, terrible first half. Ridiculous save from Zach Steffen. I don't think the young lads, Edozie and Palmer, have been that bad, to be honest. The one thing I look at is, and you've got to look at it this way, is, yes, Edozie and Palmer haven't been fantastic. Edozie has made some wrong decisions. Palmer's been losing the ball quite a lot. But have any of those 2 lads been any worse than the first team players? And the answer is no. So, if they've not been worse than the first team players, the questions are, why are the first team players not any better? Why can İlkay Gundogan not play simple passes? Why can Benjamin Mendy never make the right decision? You know? Zach Steffen's been okay. Ferran Torres has been non-existent up top. There's just been nothing into him. Mahrez has done hardly anything on the right side. Cancelo's been composed at the back, but offered nothing really going forward. The list goes on and on a little bit, doesn't it? Ake has been good, but that chance where Barnes fizzed one across the box and it bobbled over, I mean, Ake should have got something on that, shouldn't he? You know, that cross can't come in. Luckily, Zach Steffen is absolutely saved as the American with a ridiculous save. But City haven't been good enough, by any means good enough, and Leicester City have performed fantastically. And I mentioned it multiple times in the first half. James Maddison looks a top player. I know he didn't have the best of years last year, he was injured and so things, but he's a top player, James Maddison. Wasn't it the Vardy chance was too close? It was very close, wasn't it? What a save by Steffen. I mean, if you watch the replay again, when you watch it close up, the way that he's got to cross it, and he's dived the wrong way. Vardy's put it back across the keeper, which they tell you to do, and he still flicked it with his hand. He still managed to get fingertips on it and flick it behind. So that onto the post. He's done fantastically there. Jack is a City player. Yeah, I mean, Jack Grealish on the bench. He's there laughing and joking with the team. Get him on. You know, you don't spend £100 million on the player and expect them not to be good enough. He's having a chat here with Jan Kuto, the fullback. I think Jan Kuto will have a good laugh with Grealish, not probably understanding a word that Jack Grealish says. But maybe we'll see Jack Grealish come on, which I think is going to be really, really necessary in today's game. Get Grealish on. You know, some creativity, someone to run at someone. I mean, Palmer can do that, but nowhere near at the same level at Jack Grealish. We're talking about, you know, a player that Manchester City have spent $100 million on. You don't do that if you don't rate someone. Surely Pep Guardiola rates him very highly, despite him being a little bit shaky about him before the game. Bernardo Silva looks so unhappy, doesn't it? By the way, he's on the bench there. It's clear that Bernardo Silva wants to leave the club, but he's not been given the chance quite yet. But he looks very sad on the sidelines there. Pep Guardiola confirmed. Apparently Bernardo asked to leave last season. I think there's a lot of things that didn't work out for Bernardo, really, isn't there? I think the whole Benjamin Mendy and being banned for being racist, I think, really affected him. And he's not really come back from that, has he? And he's had a few good, you know, he was okay last season, but he's never been as good as that one season where he single-handedly won us that game against Liverpool, where he just run all game. And we want to see that Bernardo Silva again. Unfortunately, I don't think we will be doing. I think he will be on his way out, will Bernardo Silva. So the players come out onto the field here. 100 million is way too much. I think 70, 80 million is reasonable for Jack. Yeah, I suppose you'd say that. I think 100 million is too much for him. But if you didn't pay 100 million, you wouldn't get him. If you paid 70 or 80 million, you wouldn't get him. You have to pay the 100 million to get him. And United found that with Sancho, didn't they? They ended up paying 90 million anyway. If he'd spent 10 million extra last season, Jadon Sancho would have been playing for United last season. They could have been, you know, challenged for the league title. So that 10 million or 20 million, in the end, sometimes you've just got to do it. You've just got to pay it, haven't you? You've just got to pay it. And it's not your money. I mean, people tend to say it's not your money. It is sort of your money because you're the ones who buy the tickets and merchandise and things like that. But, you know, you've got to sometimes pay it. That can be the difference. If you think about, you know, City missing out on key targets before, it's because they've not paid that extra money. Clearly, City is a club. You know, City have never spent over 65 million or whatever. They've seen, you know, Jack Grealish, and they have, you know, contemplated it and looked at it and said, you know what, he is worth 100 million. If they think he's worth 100 million, You've got to trust that they are, because City would not pay 100 million for anyone. City definitely, won't even pay an extra 5 million for a player. If, like with Jorginho, City wanted him for 45, Napoli wanted 50, and City wouldn't go that much. If they think Jack Grealish is worth 100 million, then clearly they think he's worth 100 million, so it must be right. City on the field now. Don't think there's any changes at half-time. Hopefully Pep Guardiola's put a rocket up the backside of this City team. And we're underway for the second half. Edozie with a touch, and Ferran Torres in there as well, and Edozie throwing himself at the ball up against Ricardo Pereira. No foul on Pereira, says Paul Tierney. Long ball forward, which Ake wins in the air. Palmer. Oh, brilliantly lets it run past Ndidi. Palmer into Mahrez. Poor touch from Mahrez. Bertrand's trying to run at him, and good use of his body by Ryan Bertrand there. Outstrengths Mahrez so easily. Good win by Diaz in the midfield. He stepped into it. Ball over the top here to Vardy, and Zach Steffen out to pick it up. What a second choice goalkeeper. He is Zach Steffen, by the way. Mr. Tigerman says, who do you think Pep should put in? Personally, I think Edozie, and Edozie looks very nervous on that left-hand side. I'm happy for Bernardo Silva to come on. I'm happy for Jack Grealish to come on. Definitely happy for Jack Grealish to come on. Someone who's going to play off that left-hand side in place of Edozie. The only issue is, and this is an issue with City side anyway, especially without Sterling. No Sterling. We've got no runners. Here's Edozie up the left-hand side. Running at Ricardo Pereira. Here's Edozie. Go on, Edozie. Brilliant. Gets the ball in. Edozie. Ooh. Puts it far past the post. Edozie is skilling. You're quite right, he is. Steffen been goated. Yeah, he's been fantastic, hasn't he, Steffen? He really has. He's a very, very good goalkeeper for second choice. But the thing is with Edozie and Palmer, this is the first time they've ever played a competitive game, and it's in a sort of final, isn't it? That's a lot of pressure on them. It's not like it's just a Carabao Cup game against a lower side. This is a very experienced, very good. This is the strongest, pretty much Leicester City side, barring you'd say Johnny Evans or Fofana in the back. So it's going to be hard for them to come in and perform to a higher level. But they've held their own reasonably well. They do look nervous. They're they're rough diamonds, aren't they? They need moulding. They need to take time. They're only 19, 18 years of age. Here's Steffen, so unshoot. Bertrand. Ndidi. Poor pass by Ndidi. Luckily Barnes picked it up, but he'd already gone out of play. Really poor pass from Wilfred Ndidi. Surprised Barnes didn't throw himself on the floor there. He's been like that for most of the game. Here is Ake. Mendy. Mendy back to Nathan Ake. Mendy again. City very narrow in the build-up. It's a poor one by Mendy into Ferran. Here's Barnes driving at the City defence here. Went for a run, and he's done well. And well done Ruben Diaz, who read that brilliantly. Riyad Mahrez. City back on the counter now. Mahrez bringing the ball forward into Joao Cancelo. Palmer. Cancelo. Little nutmeg, and Palmer goes back to Diaz. Well played, Cole Palmer. I think Edozie and Palmer have definitely come out this second half with a bit more confidence. Ball fired into Edozie. Jack Grealish is warming up on the sidelines. Cheers by the City players and fans. Mainly the fans, not the players. Here's Ricardo Pereira into Tielemans. Good throw-in. Little back heel. Good work from Ilkay Gundogan. He's won it brilliantly off Ayoze Perez. Fernandinho drives away. Great win by Tielemans. Sliding tackle on Fernandinho. And here is Harvey Barnes. Bertrand's bursting in behind here. Barnes has got space. Barnes. He's run out of ideas and he's running into traffic, Harvey Barnes. That's really poor. He should have played Bertrand or gone for a shot. Here's Mahrez. Indeed, on him. Mahrez skips away. Here's Benjamin Mendy. Into Gundogan. Poor turn from Ilkay Gundogan. Pep's frustrated. That's shocking from Ilkay Gundogan. He's had an absolute shocker today. Maddison through to Vardy. Great pass. Vardy against Diaz. Diaz, good defending. And Mendy hooks it away. Edozie, great footing. Edozie still. Oh, well done, Edozie. Away from Ndidi. Go on, Edozie. And he passed it to Mahrez. City on the counter. Mahrez. Oh, he's crunched by Bertrand. Cole Palmer's in acres of space. It's a definite yellow card for Ryan Bertrand. Leicester did a profile here. That was a very professional foul from Bertrand. Mahrez has skipped past him here. Palmer's in acres of space. Bertrand, no intention to play the ball there. Cynical challenge. Crunches Mahrez. Free kick Manchester City. Yellow card for Ryan Bertrand. Very deserved yellow card. I mean, people would argue red cards for them, but that ruins the game. You know, players, he didn't even go for the ball there, Bertrand, did he, at all? Only one thing in his mind, that was taking Riyad Mahrez down. To be honest, I think if he passed it to Palmer, Palmer wouldn't have finished the chance anyway. But it wasn't worth the risk. And Mahrez stands over this free kick here. Mendy's having a chat with him, whispering his ears. Raul Cancelo giving him some support as well. City very close early in the first half with an Ilkay Gundogan free kick. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Taking his time here, the Algerian. Maddison's lay under the wall. With his arms behind his back. Come on, Mahrez. I think Gundogan's over it as well. Mahrez to step up and take this one, is it? Or is it Gundogan? It's Mahrez. Mahrez! A mile over the bar. Absolute mile over the bar from Riyad Mahrez. Really poor. Really poor from Mahrez. An absolute mile over the bar into the City fans. Didn't get it down at all. Leicester City playing out from the back. Schmeichel. Soundshoot. Over the top. Well played. Cancelo and Ake calmly down to Diaz. City look definitely like they've been riled up for the second half. Everyone really has started okay, barring Gundogan. He's given the ball away still in the midfield. Ake. Fernandinho. Gundogan. Edozie. Here is Sammy Edozie. Again, he's no fear from Edozie. He's looked nervous, but he seems to have come out with no fear at all in this second half. Having a good run. Big runner. You know, Ricardo Pereira and so on. Here's João Cancelo. Cancelo into Fernandinho. Mendy. Diaz. City definitely have come out better in the second half. Actually keeping possession, something they couldn't do in the first half. Ball over the top to Palmer here. He's give it straight back to Leicester City, but he's battling hard to win it back there, and he's done brilliantly, Cole Palmer. Poor first touch on his head, but he's battled hard. He's won it back off Ryan Bertrand. City back in possession. Here's Ake. Ferran. Fernandinho. Cancelo. A run from Ferran to the far post. On his chest, Ferran went to hit it. Gundogan does instead, and Ilkay Gundogan catches it all wrong. Leicester City are pressing Leicester now. Yeah, they are. And that's made a big difference, hasn't it, Waslan? In the first half, City so lacklustre, no pressing. Just everything wasn't there. But in the second half, they definitely come out a bit more. So, I think there's Grealish, Bernardo Silva and Ben Knight warming up. I'm not sure if there's 5 substitutions allowed. That'll be an interesting one. Here's Amati. Soyuncu. Schmeichel. Soyuncu. Soyuncu bringing it up the left-hand side. He's done well. I think he's right-footed, isn't he, Soyuncu? But he's done well on his weaker left foot. Played a lot of passes forward on it. And he usually plays, I think, on the right-hand side of the defence, doesn't he? Here's Diaz. Ake. Ruben Diaz again. Into João Cancelo. Mahrez under pressure from Bertrand. Back to Cancelo. The midfield is very, very compact from Leicester City. Diaz has to go all the way back to Zach Steffen here. Steffen under pressure into Ake. Ake into Mendy. Mendy on the turn here. Fernandinho. Brilliant. Brilliant from Fernandinho. A trip on Fernandinho. And it's a free kick for Manchester City. Another foul from Vardy. A little clip on the heels of Fernandinho. He's made a few of them today, Vardy, on Fernandinho. Here's Cancelo. Mahrez. Oh, into Palmer. It's gone behind for a corner for Manchester City. Chance for City from the corner. City will take it, I think, through Riyad Mahrez. He goes short to Cancelo into Mahrez. Oh, in behind to Edozie. Edozie to the edge of the box. Gundogan slams it over the bar. Shocking from Gundogan once again. He's been absolutely useless today. Absolutely useless. Edozie pulls it back. Deflects to Gundogan. Right underneath the ball. Slices it into the crowd. Been really, really poor. Here's Amati. Long ball forward. Ake nods it down to Edozie, who can't control it. Oh, he's done brilliantly in the end, but still can't keep it in. Unlucky for Edozie. I suspect if Grealish comes on, he might come on the left-hand side. Maybe long-term City are looking at him to play through the middle. Although I think I'd rather have Grealish on than Gundogan. It can't be any worse. Here's Diaz into Mahrez. So Inchu through the back of Riyad Mahrez. To go all the way back to Joao Cancelo. Cancelo into another one. Diaz. Okay. Edozie. Gundogan. Good play. Edozie still running him. There comes Edozie. Up against Martian Pereira. He's giving it all he's got, Edozie. He's got 3 or 4 players round him. No one's giving him a chance to pass it anywhere. He's working hard. Sonchu. Oh, straight to Fernandinho. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez! Mahrez! Oh, he just had to pull the trigger earlier. Good interception in the box by Tielemans, and here's Leicester on the counter. Barnes into Maddison. They've come alive here, Leicester. Maddison. Barnes. Nathan Ake defends it for a corner for Leicester City, but that was a great chance from Mahrez. Just needed to pull the trigger earlier. Tielemans with a fantastic tackle in the box, by the way, on Mahrez. Some kid's gone over the barriers here and gone and took a selfie with Maddison. The stewards hadn't even stopped him. Just let him do it. I don't understand that. They didn't even rush over to him. Maddison just come, you know, he's walking over to take a corner. Kid comes on the field and gets a selfie with him, and off he walks. So the stewards have got him now. Bit of an odd one. Here's James Maddison. Crossing on his left foot. Steffen's there to punch. Tielemans up in for it. Edozie away. Pereira, shocking pass. City on the counter. Mahrez, 1-on-1 with Schmeichel. Mahrez. Mahrez over the bar. Shocking. Good work from Ndidi, by the way. Chase Mahrez all the way. Mahrez is sprinting away here. You think he's going to put this in. Takes it too far to the left-hand side and skies it. Shocking. The top players, our top quality players, have really not shown up at all today. Not at all. He has flopped, it was, Lod. He really has. The biggest players, you know, biggest names that are on the field today for City. Gundogan and Mahrez, the two big ones, aren't they, have been absolutely rubbish. They really have. Schmeichel to take the goal kick. Schmeichel long. Fernandinho loses it to Bertrand, does it? No, he wins it, throw in. Unfortunately, Mahrez is left-footed. Yeah, I mean, he took it along on his left foot there. It's just he took it too far, didn't he? He had to shoot earlier. Indeed, he was very quick to catch up to him, to be fair. But he just needed a bit more composure. Indeed, he was breathing down his neck. He probably was giving him a bit of a, you know, a shove in the back as well, off balancing him. I mean, Mahrez just tried to put it in the top corner. A very difficult skill. There's Maddison. Strike from range from James Maddison. Just drags it past the post, but he's definitely got that in his locker. He had to run to the left-hand side and he was slow because of it. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He's got no right foot, has he, at all, Riyad Mahrez, so he's always going that way. Maddison trying one from range there. Nowhere near. Here's Diaz. Cancelo. Ake. Into Ferran Torres. He's held it up well. Had to go back to Nathan Ake though. Couldn't work it wide to Gundogan. Ake does instead. Gundogan. Ake again. Been very involved, Ake at the back. I mean, he's not been too bad today. Not been tested massively. Made maybe one mistake, but other than that, he's been okay. Cancelo. Into Mahrez. Over top here to Ferran. Ferran leaves it. Ricardo Pereira panics. And nods it behind for a corner. That was a strange one for Pereira there. Surely he's getting shouts from teammates to just leave that. But he wasn't sure whether Edozie was behind him or not. Schmeichel was bemused that Pereira decided to nod it behind for a goal kick. Or a corner, sorry. He wanted him to leave it for a goal kick. 61 minutes played. Corner Manchester City. Fernandinho's in there. Having a bit of a chat with Ryan Bertrand. Gundogan swings it in. Ooh, up towards Torres. Mahrez on the edge of the box. Mahrez does shot. Another deflection. Another corner for Manchester City. Try to sort of bend that one into the top corner. Again, Mahrez on that left foot. Will be a corner. Fernandinho in the box. Once more. This time indeed he's marking him. Love to see Ake doing well. Hopefully he stays in our team for years to come. Yeah, he's a good player, Nathan Ake, isn't he, on his day? I think he come back from injury and he was dropped in the deep end a little bit last season. He was poor. Going on with a cross in. Missed it again, Diaz. Here's Mahrez. And he goes back to Mendy. Mendy looks long to Edozie. What a ball. It's Gundogan. Pulls it back to Edozie. Good touch. Edozie clips it in. Ake and Diaz in there. Cleared away by Ndidi. That was a very nice idea. And Fernandinho wins it back for Manchester City. But you're right. Nathan Ake is a good player. And he's a very good backup, isn't he, for the left-hand side. Versatile as well. Can play at left back or in midfield. Here's Edozie away from Perez. Ricardo Pereira with a foot in. Fernandinho. Diaz. Played an hour now. Oh, it looks like Edozie's injured. Looks like Sammy Edozie has picked up an injury here, which is unfortunate for the young man. Got a kick from Ricardo Pereira in the tackle. Oh, it's cramped for Edozie. Hopefully, he looks like he'll be okay. Super Jack coming on. I hope so. Super Jack is coming on. Oh no, Edozie. Yeah, he's going to be okay. I think it's just cramped. Not a hamstring. It looks like Rodri's coming on as well. For his first appearance so far. And the coaches here are giving Rodri a big talking to. Very serious one. Edozie's been one of our liveliest players in this second half. Suspect Jack Grealish might be even more lively. So everyone's gone for a drinks break here, including the Leicester City players. So here we are. Jack Grealish and Rodri, it looks like, for probably Ilkay Gundogan. And Samuel Edozie. Super Jack. Super Jack Grealish. Here he comes. Oh, I hope he plays well. Look at the kids. They've got the headbands on of the kids here. I mean, he's definitely someone kids look up to, isn't he? I think, when City say they're interested in signing him, he's probably the most marketable player we can get at the moment. I mean, of course, Messi is one. That's not going to happen. He's off to France, and his wages would absolutely upset every single player at City. But Grealish is very marketable, especially with the English fans. So he's a good player to sign. Here he comes, Jack Grealish. Off comes Adozie, and he is going to play off the left-hand side, Jack Grealish. Big hug from Benjamin Mendy as well. And here comes Super Jack. Look at him with all the number 10 Grealish shirts. He's going to be loved by the fans. But he's got to perform as well. Super Jack. Here he comes. 65 minutes played. Going to be maybe 3 or 4 added minutes purely for that break there. Let's see how Super Jack does. Here's Diaz. Lifted one over the top to Cole Palmer, who's now gone through the middle, it looked like there. He's just making a run. Long ball forward. Maddison. Great takedown. Fernandinho in there to win it. Oh, and he's run straight into problems there, Fernandinho. I don't know what he's trying to do. Run right into trouble with Ryan Bertrand. Good interception from João Cancelo. Brilliant from the Portuguese fullback. Cancelo, no options. Absolutely none. He's got to run at him here. And he's running at him here at all. Soyuncu, little back heel. Cancelo saying to Mahrez here, I've got no support at all from you. Where are you? Schmeichel into Chalana. Soyuncu. Good bit of skill there. Made Palmer dive in. Second chance. Oh, he's done it again, Soyuncu. Then into Maddison. Brilliant from Soyuncu at the back. Maddison drives. Leicester forward. Maddison into Barnes. Barnes. Crosses one in. Ooh, it nearly snuck in towards the far post there. That cross from Harvey Barnes. Not bad. Good run from Vardy. Barnes. I don't know if Barnes is a shot or a cross, actually. In between, isn't it? Nearly sneaks into the far corner. If it was to Vardy, it just needs to be more towards the near post. A little less on it from Harvey Barnes. He is a good player. It's not about that. He is a good player. It's all the diving today. I don't understand that. Here's Rodri, who's on with Fernandinho. Fernandinho's gone further forward now. Palmer's on this left-hand side. Nathan Ake. Grealish has only had 1 or 2 training sessions with the team. Mendy into Rodri. Well played. Diaz out to Grealish. First touches for Jack Grealish. Skips away from one player. And goes back to Ake. Mendy. Palmer. In behind to Grealish. Indeed, he's come across to Jack Grealish. And he's won himself a throw-in. He's very hard to get off the ball, isn't he, Grealish? One of his talents that he has, you just can't win the ball back off him. Ake, Cancelo. I mean, it's written in the stars, isn't it? A Jack Grealish winner. Fernandinho. Oh, nice idea through to Cole Palmer with the outside of the boot pass, but wrong pass again from Fernandinho. He's just not got his way of pass right at all today. Here's Schmeichel. Soyuncu. Long ball with the left foot. Looking for Vardy. Diaz knocks it down. Only as far as Barnes, however. Rodri fouls Barnes. Free kick Leicester. Rodri had to make that foul, really, if he couldn't win the ball. But he's got a great chance now for Leicester to swing one into the box. Oh, taken quickly into Vardy. Oh, and he's given it straight back to Mahrez. City get lucky. They were asleep there. Mahrez. Rodri. Well played. Back to Cancelo. And he switches it out wide to Mendy. Great switch by João Cancelo. Mendy. Cole Palmer. On the run here, Palmer. Wide to Jack Grealish. Up against Ricardo Pereira. Grealish. Oh, just can't get through a couple of bodies. And it bobbles through to Schmeichel. But every time Grealish is picking up the ball here, he's looking to run at players. Here's Schmeichel. Telling his players to get up, and the rain's coming down now at Wembley. Absolutely hammering it down. He's keeping his t-shirt on, Pep. No coat for him. Diaz. Oh, well done. Did well to pluck that out of the air. Mendy fires it back to Stefan. Here's Diaz. Bringing the ball forward for Manchester City from the back. The second half has been completely the opposite to the first half, really. City have dominated the game. Dominated Leicester. Mendy. Okay. Into Diaz again. City waiting. Trying to find little gaps. Pick little holes in the Leicester City defence. Ake's gone wide to Grealish. Grealish, little ball with the outside of the boot. In behind to Palmer. Brilliant pass. Palmer. Tackled by Tielemans. It's a throw-in to City, is it? Is it a throw-in to Leicester City? Bit of a surprise in that one. 3-4 changes for Leicester, it seems. Mark Albrighton is coming on. So Ayoze Perez off. Mark Albrighton is the first change. Coming on for Ayoze Perez. Patson Daka is going to make his debut. Interesting substitution. For Jamie Vardy. So Vardy's off. Patson Daka's on. Ahead of Kelechi Iheanacho. Hopefully he does well for Leicester. I think he's a very good player, Daka. I know he's been playing in the Austrian League, but he's been very, very impressive. Number 22 for Leicester comes on. So off comes James Maddison. And on comes Dewsbury Hall. Given the number 22 shirt now. So part of the first team squad for Leicester City this year. And then finally, Yuri Tielemans off for Soumare, another player heavily linked to Manchester City a few years ago. And he's chosen to wear the number 42 at Leicester City, which to me is interesting because that's what Yaya Toure wore. Maybe he's a big fan of Yaya Toure. Signed from Lille for around 30 million. Very good midfielder. So on he comes. First touch for him, and he nods it back to Pereira. He knocks it away to Benjamin Mendy. Ferran throws his body into that one. Fernandinho. Back to Cancelo. Well played, Joao. Confidence. Rodri. Cancelo. Just on the halfway line here. Rodri's looked sharp since he's come on, actually. In that holding midfield role. Obviously, it was only his second season last year. And I thought he was good last year, but he's still not the level that we maybe want of him. It's his athleticism that lets him down, really. Grealish into Palmer. Palmer back into Grealish. Grealish up against Ricardo Pereira once again. Albrighton across to him. Palmer. Palmer crosses one in. Dealt with by Amati. Just sort of hit him. And Leicester lump it straight back into the path of City with Ruben Diaz at the back. Cancelo. Over the top here to Ferran, who's onside. Is he Ferran Torres? Oh, Schmeichel's out to get his hands on it. I think the offside flag would have gone up. Schmeichel is not happy with Ferran Torres here. Well, he's onside Ferran. He's onside Ferran Torres here. Schmeichel's going to put his hands out. Ferran's gone to go for it. Schmeichel's moaning about a kick. It's not like Kasper Schmeichel not to moan about something, is it? Good pressing from Daka up against Diaz. Throwing for City, however. Here's Cancelo. Throwing for City. Looking like he's going to go to penalties this one, which is bad for City because we can't even kick a ball from the spot, can we? Which is a worry. And two more substitutions for Manchester City. Ferran Torres is coming off. For Ben Knight. He's going to go up top. And Bernardo Silva is going to come on. See who Bernardo's coming on for. Cole Palmer, Bernardo Silva replaces. This is a kind of boring game. Yeah, it's not been a good game at all, has it really? City haven't looked fantastic. Cole Palmer's done well, actually. Another throw in here. Throw-in after throw-in after throw-in. Down on this right-hand side. Cancelo. 75 minutes played now. Mahrez. Cancelo. Lumps it forward. Amati. Simare. Back he goes to Amati. All the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. Schmeichel long. Mendy up. Oh, he's lost it to Albrighton here, Benjamin Mendy. He's won it back. And then he's give it back away again. Oh, Mahrez has picked it up, and Mahrez is offside, as he usually is. Well, they need to stop letting Riyad Mahrez train with Gabriel Jesus, otherwise this is going to be a regular occurrence, isn't it? Being offside all the time. We're taking the free kick from nowhere near from where Mahrez is offside. Soyuncu. Into Dewsbury Hall and back to Soyuncu, and Leicester City go back now. City playing pretty much a double false nine of Knight and Bernardo Silva. Schmeichel into Cancelo. Rodri. Good turn. Good play. Fernandinho. Wide to Mendy. Bernardo's over on that left hand side as well. Bernardo. Rodri. I was hoping for a good game, a few goals and City win. I live in hope. Here's Jack Grealish. Ball in behind to Bernardo. Brilliant ball by Grealish. Bernardo Silva. Little pullback. Bernardo. Oh, shocking ball from Bernardo Silva. No wonder he wants to leave. Mendy. Bernardo. Grealish drifting in behind. Bernardo's purposely not passing to him. He's his replacement, isn't it? Mendy. Grealish. Into Bernardo. Great pass by Grealish again. Bernardo fires it across the box. But City don't own a striker. Absolutely no one in the box there to try and get on the end of it. There's absolutely no one there in the box to get on the end of it. So frustrating. Lacking a striker. As we know. We might be playing Ben Knight up top for the rest of the season. Here's Bertrand. Throwing for Leicester City near their corner flag on the left-hand side. Bertrand throws it long towards Dewsbury Hall. Up against Cancelo, who wins the header. Ndidi with a foot in. Jack Grealish picks up on his chest. Grealish. Good touch by Grealish. Oh, works it in tonight brilliantly. Grealish. Grealish. Taken down! That's a foul. That's a foul on Grealish. Stefan's come out of his goal here and knocked it down to Cancelo. That was a foul on Jack Grealish, who danced around challenges. We don't want penalties, says Andrew. Well, if we do go to penalties, we've lost, haven't we? So, there's no confidence on penalties. Mendy. Ball in towards Mahrez. Bertrand nods it away. Fernandinho in there for a header against Dewsbury Hall. Wins it. Mahrez can't take it down. But knocks it off Harvey Barnes for throwing to City. Penalties means defeat. Referee's strange today. Yeah, he has been a bit odd today, ref, hasn't he? He's let a lot of stuff go. He's tried to let the game flow, which I can understand, but even so. Well, Ryan Bertrand's coming off for Leicester City now. And he will be replaced by a Luke Thomas. Only a young fullback. And Kelechi Iheanacho will replace Harvey Barnes. So whether Daka goes out to the left-hand side or they go to two up top. Is it straight to pens or extra time then pens? I believe it is straight to pens in the Charity Shield. So if it goes straight to pens, City are done, aren't they? Because we can't... We don't even have one person, I don't think, in this team who actually can kick a ball in the net from the penalty spot. So it will be defeat if it does go to penalty. So City need to get a goal here, don't they? Ake. Into Bernardo Silva. Grealish. Oh, poor pass by Grealish. Gives it away. He's Ndidi. Oh, well, Ben Knight with a little push on Ndidi. And if it's the other way around, it's called Ndidi using his body. But when it's against Ndidi, it's called a foul, says the referee. Paul Tierney's been very odd today in his officiating. Here's Ndidi. All the way back to Schmeichel. Soyuncu. Straight into the path of Ruben Diaz. Needs an option, needs a pass. Has to go backwards. There's just no one to pass to. Leicester City, their pressing has been fantastic today. They've gone two up top now with Daka and Iheanacho. Try and stop City building it up from the back. Dewsbury Hall's gone sort to the right of the midfield. Albright to the left. Here's Rodri Diaz. City, were you playing yourself into danger here? You've played out of it well. Fernandinho, Cancelo, bodies over here. Ben Knight's in space here. Ben Knight. Oh, he just got to put his foot on it, Ben Knight. Take a gamble. Good run, but he's got to put his foot out. Got to put his foot out. And just try and get a touch on it. Schmeichel into Dewsbury Hall. He's got away from Mahrez and Fernandinho. Fernandinho looks tired. Here's Albrighton. Ooh, went for that ball through. Nice idea. Mahrez. Still Mahrez. Dewsbury Hall there. Woslod says he's got to go. He's playing for the UK's here. Well, safe flight. Diaz wide to Mendy. Mendy brings the ball forward. Nathan Ake. 80 minutes played. 10 minutes, probably another 5, maybe 15. 5 minutes of added time for City to win this game. Mahrez. Too many players round him. Too many players round him. Luke Thomas takes the throw in for Leicester. Luke Thomas. Good strength from Soumare. Looks a good player. Looks a very good player. Big signing for Leicester City, really. You know, was linked with City, like I said. United. Arsenal. Leicester City were the one to attract most interest for him. Mendy on the turn. Grealish. Fouled their player then, Grealish. Got his body across. Bernardo into Knight. Oh, it's a bad ball from Knight. Great tackle from Ake, however. Here's Dewsbury Hall. Indeed. Ake away again. Grealish. Good pass. Rodri. Rodri looks long. Mahrez chases. Great ball from Rodri. He's not really quick, is he? Not very quick, is he, Mahrez? Just being pushed and pulled by Luke Thomas. He's kept his balance just. Fernandinho. Cancelo. And City back in possession. And back working the ball from left to right. Trying to break down this Leicester City side. Here's Grealish. Mendy. Back to Grealish. Back to Mendy again. Ake. Into Ruben Diaz. Cancelo. Oh, he's had it robbed by Albright, and that's so bad. No awareness from Joao Cancelo there. Indeed, the ball over the top to Daka. Good interception by Diaz, who's been really good at the back today. Ball into Fernandinho. Shocking ball from Rodri. Weight of pass is the biggest issue in this team at the moment. No one seems to have a decent weight of pass at all. Albrighton. Oh, they've given it away as well now. Fernandinho's not even defending anymore. He's given up. Mahrez. Easily outstrengthed by Kelechi and Nacho. Mahrez looks like he's... You know, he can't even run anymore. Good pressing from Ben Knight. Soyuncu, it's definitely going to penalties, this, isn't it? And that definitely means a loss for Manchester City. Because we can't take penalties. Ball through here to Daka. What a ball! Oh, Zach Steffen's up and out. Good goalkeeping from Steffen, who saved us again. We're lucky Leicester his passing is as bad as ours, aren't we, really? Mendy. Shocking ball. Knight. Into Grealish, who's took the sting out of it. Grealish. Bernardo. Mendy. Back we go to Ake. You got done with that pass there. Steffen had to come flying out of his box. Here's Diaz. Wide to Bernardo Silva in space in his left-hand side. Mendy. Good skill. Mendy with across the far post. Fernandinho's in there. Headed away from Luke Thomas. Mahrez, Cancelo. Lofts one in. Grealish. Grealish into Knight. Oh, Ben Knight. Take a touch and hit it. Jack Grealish was offside anyway. Schmeichel sends it long. Here's Schmeichel. Luke Thomas. Thomas again. Back he goes. Soyuncu. Here we go. Soyuncu again. Schmeichel. Leicester City just knocking it around the back. They'll be happy for penalties, surely, Leicester. Because they know they'll beat us on them. Sumare. Nice ball into the channel to Iheanacho. He's there ahead of Nathan Ake, who gets a foot on. Knocks it behind for a throw into Leicester. Good run from Iheanacho. Good ball from Sumare as well there, who's looked fantastic since he's come on. Very strong. And he's got good balance on the ball as well. Oh, poor pass there. Grealish. Rodri. Ake, what are you going backwards for, you clown? Oh, Daka with a chance! Penalty to Leicester City. It's Nathan Ake once again. Rodri there. Why are you going backwards? Ake there. He knows what he's doing. He's fouled Iheanacho in the box. Penalty Leicester City. Well done, Nathan Ake. You continue to give away a penalty in every Manchester City game you play. What an absolute shocker of a sign he's been, Ake. We deserve to lose anyway. Gary's here. Oh, you've had a good summer. Just popped on whilst at work tonight. Can't stay. Hopefully we'll be okay for the next match. Penalty be taken. Oh dear. Yeah. Big shame, Gary, isn't it? Big, big shame. Good to have you though. Hope everything's going alright at work and over the summer. City deserved to lose this game. Been passengers the most of the game, haven't we? We've been shocking. We've been shocking. Well, typical Nathan Ake. Ake's useless, isn't it? Absolutely useless. If he didn't look like Rudolph, he'd be doing something else. He wouldn't be playing football. Kelechi Iheanacho is going to take it and score a penalty against his former side to win this trophy, I'm sure. I can't see Zach Steffen saving this one. So in the 89th minute or so, Kelechi Iheanacho to win the Community Shield for Leicester City. Iheanacho steps up. Scores it. He scores it. And Leicester City are going to be lifting the Community Shield. City have bottled it because we've been terrible. Fully deserved for Leicester City. They haven't done much in the second half, but we deserve it. You play like that, you get punished. You play Nathan Ake at the back, and he's absolutely useless. No wonder we got rid of Iheanacho. He can actually take a pen. City would have lost on penalties anyway. Oh, Zach Steffen nearly saved it, didn't he? Well done, Kelechi Iheanacho. Credit to Leicester. Well done to them. Deserved his penalty. Absolutely deserved his penalty for Leicester City. Dreadful says Julie. It were a penalty, wasn't it? Nathan Ake. He's always been crap, hasn't it? We paid 41 million for him. Stupid from Ake. Stupid from Ake. Here's Rodri. Clumsy, he knew what he was doing, Ake. Rodri the ball into the box to Mahrez. Thomas knocks it away. And Leicester City clear it away. Oh, here they come again. It's Patson Daka. Oh, yeah, Nacho is waiting for it. Luckily, Cancelo dealt with it. Diaz. Bernardo. Good play from Bernardo Silva. Here's Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. Grealish, good play, Grealish! Well done, Amati. Well, no striker. We didn't deserve to win anyway, says Mr. Tigerman. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Tigerman. You can't be disappointed when, in reality, if it'd gone to penalties, City would have lost anyway, wouldn't they? They've been shocking. They've been terrible. Leicester City have been the better side. We're now lumping balls into the box to no striker, which is a wonderful thing, isn't it? And Nathan Ake is just useless. He's been useless for a long time. I just don't understand. Well, I mean, Rodri put Ake in a bad position anyway by passing it to him. Well, Fernandinho is at striker now. There we are. That shows how far we've dropped. 4 minutes of added time, but we're not going to see it. The midfield, the attack, were poor the whole game. Zach saved as many times. Yeah, exactly. You're quite right. We've only got ourselves to blame, haven't we? We've been absolutely terrible today. And, you know, that mistake from Ake summed up the performance, really. You've got a player on the field in Bernardo Silva that doesn't even want to play for the club. You've got Nathan Ake, who is, let's be honest, a relegation-level defender. And we've got no striker still. You know, City need a striker badly, and I don't think Harry Kane's the answer. You've got to create chances for Harry Kane to score. Here's Mendy, Grealish. Into Mendy. Rodri. Rodri into Cancelo. Ooh, good skill from Cancelo. Mahrez. Opportunities for City, but can't see it happening. Lumping the ball into the box to Fernandinho. Gets ahead on it. Ben Knight. Ake's gone down. Absolutely dreadful from us. Rodri's so slow in midfield, isn't it? 1 minute to go. But I'm sure that's game over. Here's Bernardo. Lumps it long. So I guess it's a Pep thing to play players you want to leave. Like last season, Eric Garcia, now Bernardo. Yeah, if he likes them, he'll play them. If he doesn't like them, he won't play them. Which is interesting, isn't it? He picks his favourites, doesn't he? But Leicester City will win the friendly shield. Community Shield. Soumare has absolutely taken Rodri for a ride today. In this second half. So game's nearly over. And that is full time. Manchester City. Oh, it's not. It is full time. Manchester City 0. Leicester City 1. Fully deserved for Leicester. City were useless, weren't they? And we got what we deserved. Really poor from City. That's the way it works, isn't it? You don't play well. You can't complain. Leicester City by far the better side for the whole game. Nathan Ake, typical clown performance from him in the second half. That gifts Leicester City the Charity Shield. Thank you very much for watching and listening to us today, guys. It's been great to have you, as usual. And we'll be back for the next game. I think it's Tottenham Hotspur, the first game of the season, next week. No Foden, no De Bruyne, and probably no striker as well. We'll see you next time.